Mystery Meat Season 3 is here. Same format as always. I don't know what the meat is, I gotta cook it. Difference is, we actually have the Haltemen guys along this time, and they're gonna be telling you more about each cut and also helping me try the finished creation. Hope you enjoy. All right, welcome back to the show. This episode will be featuring myself and Mike here from Haltemen Meats, and we're gonna get started. And what do you think you got for me today?
I'm excited about this package. I think you're gonna have fun with it.
I'm a little nervous. He told me before we started that the first 2 seasons they were kind of going easy on me, and they're gonna kind of step it up this season, so I'm a little bit nervous, but
this is a double package, so it's a combination that they go good, very good together.
yeah, this is a first on the show. I don't think we've, I know we've never had a double package before. Small and a big. Okay, I'm gonna open the big one first.
Do you have any guesses of what it is?
I feel some heavy bones, is what I'm feeling. I don't think it's anything chicken related, but we'll see. Whoa! All right, so we got some beef bones with some marrow, looking perfect. And now, let's see what's in the small package. I barely have room on my table here for 2 at a time.
Any guesses what that goes good with?
Let's see, you probably take the marrow out and you'll put the marrow on something.
That's correct. But what would you like to put it on?
Well, I would use marrow almost like a finishing butter. So it could go on really any steak. It could go on a lot of stuff, but I'm just gonna open it and not get any more guesses. What do we have here? Fillets, that is correct? Yeah, okay, so do you wanna tell us, so my guess, and I think I was correct, was we have beef bones with marrow, and then we have these really nice cubed fillets. Which was why we put finishing butter on, so marrow will be awesome on that.
Cut in the lengthwise like this, they call that canoe cut.
Okay.
And then they roast them or grill them, and yeah, spread it on. It's good on a baguette, it's good on a steak. Right. There's all kinds of things you can do with it. And like I said, it's becoming more and more popular in recent years.
You do see it more, definitely. What bone is this on the cow?
That is part of the leg.
Okay. The
marrow bone, it'd be down. So it's like the shoulder, and then this comes down. It'd be between, just before the hock, I guess you would say.
Sure. Let me see. I'll try some of your ultimate steak and roast rub. Just a little bit on that. Very good.
That has garlic in it, so yeah, gives a good flavor.
Should go well with the kind of going with almost like trying to create a finishing butter out of the marrow. And then I'm just gonna go salt and pepper on the fillets, sear them in the cast iron. Before you would actually run out. So what I did there is I first put the bones with the marrow side down to get a good sear before I flip it over to finish cooking. And if you notice, there was a lot of flare-ups happening because that marrow is very flammable, so it fell on fire, creating flare-ups, and I just swung the grill off to the side so that they wouldn't burn, and then flipped all 6 of them right side up, and now I'm putting the grill back on. So it's a great way to use the Breeo to constantly swing your grill back and forth so that you can get away from flare-ups when that's starting to cause problems. But now I don't really care about flare-ups because the bone's going to protect them. So bone marrow is actually super easy to do on the fire because you have this bone protecting what you're cooking from the flames. The one thing you're gonna have to watch is, like I mentioned before, you get a lot of flare-ups because you're basically cooking a flammable substance. The marrow itself will burn. And so keep your grill a little bit higher off, and then when you turn them over, even if you do have some flare-ups, it's going to hit the bone. And so what I'm doing is I have the fillets in the cast iron, getting a nice crust, and I have the bones just sort of caramelizing. So you can see there all the bubbles that are popping up as it's cooking. So what's happening is you're basically rendering the marrow into almost like a buttery substance that you then can apply to your meat as almost like a finishing butter, or to like your baguette or any kind of bread or anything like that that you would normally put butter on. So as long as the marrow has the consistency of butter and just comes off really easily, then it's done. They're done.
I thought you were left.
We're gonna bring the fillets off. They're looking amazing. Got a nice crust on there.
Can't wait to give them a try.
I'm very excited. All right, now let's bring the bones off as well. All right, so we got our fillets, we got our bone marrow, and now what I'm gonna do is put the bone marrow on top of the fillets, almost like a finishing butter, and kind of let it soak in as we let these rest. I got some of these a little bit more well done than I want. So basically what happens is your marrow turns into more of almost like an oil consistency rather than a butter. And then you just have to kind of give it a little bit and let it kind of turn back more into have a little bit more firmness to it. So I'm gonna transfer the marrow to the steaks. And we don't need that much per one, there we go. All right, I'm gonna cut into a piece. We'll look at the color and texture, and then I'll cut us 2 nice bite-sized chunks with some marrow on it, and we'll give it a taste test.
Sounds good.
All right, so that's what we got on the inside. It looks pretty consistent rim to rim. Got about a medium rare there on the inside, which is about what I want for a fillet. So let's go ahead and get us 2 pieces. Gotta make sure we got lots of marrow on them. There you go, sir.
Thank you. That's very good. Very good.
It's basically what you'd expect. Like it tastes like a fillet with finishing butter, but it just has something more beefy about it.
It does.
It's a very pleasant taste. Like you would think that bone marrow being kind of an exotic thing might have a strong flavor to it. Super, super mild, and just, how did you think it was overall?
I thought it was excellent. I like the whole marrow on there. Gives it a little bit of an oily feel almost.
Yep.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Seasoning was great.
It was maybe a little bit salt heavy, if anything, but I'm very happy with it for first time doing marrow on the fire like that. The next time I would pull the marrow off a little sooner. It got a little bit too rendered down, but I'm super happy with the result.
The small tip they usually say, once it starts to bubble a little, then you should pull them
Pull it
off
off.
and leave them sit.
Right. Sweet. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on the next episode.